This resource covers 3 important features of the writing required for a successful business research report. Following this brief introduction, the second section covers report structure, with a focus on suitable ways to organise content. The third section outlines the features of persuasive writing. And the final section provides tips for strong, effective business writing. This assignment provides you with the opportunity to research and write a real workplace report. It will inform the client of important aspects of their research brief. It will also provide recommendations to achieve desirable outcomes. The report will be presented as a written business proposal and as a presentation. This assignment requires a transition from academic writing to professional business writing. A business research report is written in a professional business style that differs from academic writing. Overall, reports have a highly structured linear form with a beginning, a middle, and an end. This is repeated at the section level and the paragraph level. Reports are structured using sections that are clearly organised and use a numbering system. Paragraphs within the sections should be well structured, and ideas should be linked between paragraphs. General to specific is a useful strategy for organising content in business writing. This is particularly helpful for giving background or an overview. A strong executive summary is vital as it determines the relevance of the report for the reader. It is the section that the reader reads first, and it provides an overall summary of the whole report. Each major section of the report should be summarised in 1 or 2 sentences. Notice how the introduction narrows the topic from its broader context to the specific purpose of the report. The introduction is written from general to specific, which is a common form found in business writing. The research question frames the whole report and focuses the research to a specific area. It is common to have one research question followed by sub-questions, and these emerge from the larger question being answered. The problem, context, and literature section of the report require a general introduction to the business, which then narrows to cover details of competitors and their financial background. Again, you are writing from general to specific. The methodology covers how the research was done, why these methods were chosen, details of the methods used, and the limits of the research. This involves stating explicitly what is covered and what is not. It is important to refer to your research to show links between the primary research, in this case industry bodies, secondary research, such as academic papers, theory and research, and your findings. You need to explain what your research findings mean for your client. These implications will lead to your recommendations in the next section. The conclusion should provide a clear answer to the research question. The conclusion is the reverse of the introduction. It moves from answering the specific research question to showing how this fits into the broader context. In the recommendation section, we return to the steps that this specific business should be taking as a result of the report. In the final section of your report, outline what other research you think the client should undertake. This could include broadening the scope of the current research or examining certain issues in more detail. A paragraph contains one main idea, which is found in the topic sentence. It is best to put the topic sentence first in the paragraph, as this makes reading easier. The rest of the paragraph is made up of explanation and evidence to support the topic sentence. Read the following paragraph. In a business research report, your goal is to persuade the reader to follow your advice. Therefore, it's essential that they believe your understanding of the market is thorough and well-researched. The following strategies are useful for writing persuasively. Strong topic sentences reinforce your argument and help persuade the reader. Both topic sentences below have a clear direct message. Notice how the topic comes at the beginning of the sentence. Use section introductions and summaries to clearly state and restate your view. This acts as a reminder to the reader and emphasises the consistency of your argument. It is essential to write convincing evaluations of the strengths, weaknesses, and risks. It is this understanding that makes it possible for the company to make decisions about future strategy. Explore the 2 strategies below. Here are 2 useful writing strategies which make your evaluation and analysis more effective. They are, firstly, clear paragraph organisation, and secondly, use of a formal impersonal style. In business writing, it is generally better to write in a clear and direct style. This includes using active verb forms. However, when evaluating risks, it is useful to write in a more tentative and indirect style. Using tentative language shows you have a complex understanding of the situation and are aware of the degrees of risk. It is also useful to write in an impersonal style, as this gives your writing authority. It suggests that you are stating the views of the industry or other experts, and not just your own opinion. Passive verb forms generally weaken business writing as they are indirect. However, they are useful in the evaluation as their use emphasises the advice itself rather than the voice of the writer. Information and is common in academic writing. This does not emphasize the view of the student or writer. This sentence puts the information at the beginning of the sentence and emphasizes the writer's view. This is useful if the writer wants to persuade the business to follow his or her advice. More difficult to read. In the second sentence, the topic is at the beginning of the sentence, as this makes the point immediately clear to the reader. Use concise language by replacing wordy phrases with single words. Strong active verbs convey a clear, direct message and remove the need for repetition. Read the following sentence and try to identify some of the common weaknesses in writing. Be concise. Delete unnecessary words. Be direct. Put the topic at the beginning of the sentence. In this example, the topic of the sentence is not at the beginning and is split. Use strong active verbs. The use of passive verb forms is indirect. The original sentence is difficult for the reader to understand. It is not clear until the end of the sentence that the focus is to compare non-residential construction in New South Wales with other regions. Therefore, it's helpful to keep the topic of the sentence together and put it first. Putting the topic at the beginning also helps to eliminate wordiness and passive verb forms.